and good afternoon on this glorious day. The sun is blazing. So I'm going to go through the list of how to visualise, and then I'm going to describe how it works. So before you visualise in bed, I'll lie there, get comfortable and visualise. Think of good occasions that have happened to you in your past. For me, I can remember hosting the beer Kelly and just standing there and looking around and just feeling so proud. So I tend to think of that. And there's also another time that I think back on is I remember just walking down the street and just feeling really good. So I always remember the feeling I had. So think of something like that, something that's happened in your life, whatever it is. If it's just something that you think, oh my, wow. So yeah, think of times in your life where something amazing has happened to you, and think about it that much that you get the feelings you had when it was happening. Think of the occasion like it's happening to you again. You know what I mean? Live through it. The fantastic feelings you had, live them. So your blood's running, your heart's beating. Once you get them good feelings right, focus on that. Make it more, exaggerate it if you need to. Then you turn it then, and then you start to think of the thing you're trying to bring into your life. So for me, obviously these videos, I want to be doing these in front of an audience. So this is what I'm currently visualising, bringing it in. The event or the occasion or the thing you want, like you already have it. I'm talking about what I'm doing now. I'll be visualising myself doing that in front of an audience, and I'll be visualising the best outcome. Think positive, think about it. It will happen, 100%. This is going to happen. So whatever you visualise it will manifest. I'm going to visualise myself in bed tonight, like I'm in front of an audience, whichever way that is, obviously with safety, everyone's separated or whatever. So I'm going to be visualising myself discussing these subjects and visualising myself remembering everything, or remembering most of it, so I'm not having to look at my notes so much. I'm going to be standing there, there's going to be people sitting down, and they're all going to be listening. So people are going to be like, yeah, wow, maybe this makes sense. That's made me think of things in a different way. And then I'm going to be acting as if I have it, right? So this is the big thing. You have to get the feelings of, like, for me, right, I'm just going to use this example, right? For me, I'm going to be visualising walking out after the talk I've done, feeling pride, feeling excitement, feeling free, feeling like I'm on the right path. I'm going to be visualising all them feelings coming in. I'm going to be taking actions as well. You've got to visualise and then act on it. Meeting with an activity coordinator for a homeless centre. I spoke to her about my plans, and I spoke about one of the subjects. That was one thing I done. The thing I done was I rang up, not yesterday, the day before. I rang up a number that I found on the internet. I'm looking to do this, can you guide me? Right, at the top and bottom of what I said to her. So she said, we can't personally, but here's a number who will. So she was giving me that number with help and advice. So in the way, when I'm speaking about act as though you've got it, you've got to plan for it, take the steps towards what you know you need to do to get it. Act like you have it. So make the phone calls, do the things that are going to put you in alignment for the things you are bringing in that are on their way to you. As soon as you visualise that, it's on its way. You've just got to give it a little bit of a push in the right direction. Picture it in your mind how you want it to plan out. Smell the smells, taste the tastes, feel the money if that's what you're bringing in. Sit it in the car in your head and feel it like you're getting it. I'm feeling it now, and you know what I mean? I'll probably get whatever I'm manifesting, it's going to happen straight away because I can feel it passionately. This is another thing I've used on loads of occasions, and if I can explain it properly so you understand what I'm saying, everyone will be doing it and everyone will be getting what they want, because it's happened to me numerous times over different things. But I'm going to talk about shifts. I've mentioned this before on the other videos. So if you look back on my page, my Love Attraction self-help page, where I posted it years ago, what I done is I was sitting there one time, right? I had a bit of a delay with shifts, right? I was ringing up the agencies every day. I was on the phone, have you any shit? No. And that's all I was hearing. And I was like, oh my God. I come up with this idea, right? So I put in my calendar, say like today, right? Say I've got today, there's my phone there, right, today. And I put it in my calendar for, say what date we on now? The 8th, is it? So say you put on the 8th of May, right? Just so you get an idea what I'm saying. So on the 8th of April today, and I put it in on the 8th of May. So I went to the 8th of May in my phone calendar or on your wall calendar, and I wrote in there, I have plenty of shifts. Do you know what I mean? I have plenty of shifts. So I was leaving the shift in the morning. She went to me, "Hi Elisa, before you go, have a look in the rota today. We've got a whole month full of shifts. Take what you want, fill your diary." Oh my God, let's go. And I forgot about the reminder that I put in my phone. And I think this was only a couple of days later or a week, I can't remember. But I forgot about the reminder. So I'm like that going, yay, putting all the shift. And I walked out thinking, oh yes, you know, you feel relieved. And I literally sat in the car like that, put my phone in the phone holder, and the reminder come up on the screen. I'd done that for 2 weeks ahead. It wasn't like the next month, but I'm just using that example of what I'm saying. So I put that in, and then I carried on. I was ringing around and whatever like that. I get goose pimples talking about it. Start doubting it. You're blocking it there and then. You're blocking it. You've got to believe in it like that. So if you start doubting anything like that, write it down like on the videos and put a line through it. Doubt, fear, lack, finances, bills, debts, anything like that that's in your head, put a line through them and get rid of them, because they're going to block what you're trying to manifest. Then another point is speak about it. Speak about it like you have it, right? So another example for the shift, to go out, so put it in my calendar, and then I'll be like that towards Demi and my mum, I've got loads of work. And I just stopped saying, because I used to say to my mum, oh Demi, I'm not getting no work. And it was drying up, honest to God. Your money totaling that you want, right? Say in conversations, oh, I'm fine, yeah, I've got plenty of money. Align yourself with it, right? So for the work, for example, aligning myself up for that work is putting myself out there, ringing the agencies, I was on about 4 or 5 agencies at one point, so ringing the agencies, saying to them, hiya, it's Lisa, I'm giving them my availability. I started ringing up the agencies, right? So I put that in my calendar, and then I started ringing the agencies, saying, hiya, it's Lisa, there's my availability. So rather than ringing up and saying to them, have you got any work? And then they're coming back with, oh no, not now. And I remember it was horrendous. But don't speak about that either, you know what I mean? Just explain this for the video. So I'm going to make things like that, I'll say very short and simple. So I can remember ringing them up then and saying to them, there's my availability. And then I also made the agencies aware that I was going to be ringing other agencies as well. So that ups the game again, because they know then they need to fight to get you on them shit before you go somewhere else. Spoke about visualising how to actually do it. You will meditate beforehand, get your brain and your mind calm, still, focused, right? Focused, and then you visualise. So you just sit there, close your eyes. So you think about an experience you've had that was amazing. It's got to be something that's really been, like the birth of your child, for example. Do you mean, or you've got a dog, or whatever it was, something that come into your life that was absolutely amazing at the time. So you think about that, then you swap it and think about what you want to bring in. So you close your eyes and just like try and look up a bit. My eyes start shaking when I do it. So how it works, how it activates the things to come into your life, right? So it activates your subconscious, right? So these are the parts of your brain that you don't think about. It will put that memory, that feeling into your subconscious, right? Programs your brain. It will program your brain that that's what's coming in, let's get ready for it, right? It will attract the people, the resources and the circumstances needed. So the people, as in people who can advise me who would benefit from my services, right, from these videos. Resources, it will bring in things like whatever I might need, for like a camera. I need a camera, right? There's another thing I'm going to visualise. I'm going to visualise a proper recording camera, because I'm using my phone for most things, for everything to do, and I do need a camera. So it will bring in camera. There's a camera on its way to me now, 100%. I believe that. Circumstances, it will bring the circumstances about. So obviously, like the community centres, homeless centres, mother and baby units, these are all the places I am going to be going into to do these videos, my self-help, and these, if that's what's required, visualisation and law of attraction. I know it's separate to the self-help, but it all links in a way, you know what I mean? It's all good for your mind to focus on something positive. It'll motivate you. If you feel that feeling of excitement, you'll get motivated. So I was literally sitting there before, right? Like, I've got my birthday coming up on Monday, and I'm feeling a bit like, I start to feel a bit lost, a bit, all them feelings when you've got it's like an anniversary kind of thing, because my twin brother's not here no more. So I was feeling a bit like, oh, what should I do? So this is when I started doing this, and so it will motivate you into acting, putting things into place. So when you're feeling a little bit down, like I was before, that's what I was saying. I was feeling a little bit, I feel tired. You feel tired and drained, and because you've got this thing, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I can't explain it sometimes, can you? I think it's like a grieving thing as well. You can't explain it. So I was feeling like that. Just writing me notes to make this video, which is done just before, has got me motivated, right? And it's got me vibrations up. It's brought me vibrations from low and they're rising. Athletes use this technique. Mental rehearsal is what it's called. Athletes use it. So that's where you're going through the process. So an athlete, for example, will say that's my job, it's a race, right? You've got a race. So they'll sit there and visualise that whole race from start to finish. That's what athletes do. For a thing that is going to take place, you're rehearsing it, so your mind knows what's coming. So you're not like, you're more prepared. When you're trying to bring things into your life, what you need to do is think about what you're grateful for right now. The car I'm sitting in is absolutely amazing. The music equipment I've just been busking with is fantastic. The fact that I've got the willpower in me to do these things even when I don't feel like doing it, that is just amazing. So there's a little Robin again. I want to get it on the video, but yeah, anyway, right. I'm grateful I've just seen that there, you know what I mean? It's just a little Robin sitting there with a little red chest, and they are adorable. I can't help but look at them. They're just fantastic. Look at that, you know what I mean? So be grateful for what you've got here and now. Still, there it is again. Be grateful for what you've got now. Be grateful for your health. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for a lot of things, you know what I mean? Just this is when you get yourself in that frame of mind. You're tired, you're drained, this, and just try and just write a list down of things you're grateful for, right? And you'll realise it'll bring it to your attention. Oh yeah, I might be feeling like this, but I've got that. You know what I mean? I for example, today I'm feeling like this, but I know as the days go on, it might get a little bit harder. Monday will come and I don't know how I'm going to feel, I never do. But then Tuesday, I'll start to heal again and be growing forward, and I know for 100% I'm going to learn things from it, because you always do every single year. You use pictures out of the catalogue of the thing you're trying to attract. So if that's money, cut out pictures of money and stick them on like piles of money. I've done it in my phone, I've screenshotted it and put it on my screensaver. Things like that. Screenshot pictures of money. Go into catalogues, cut pictures out. So if it's not money you're trying to attract, say I'm trying to attract a camera, right? I'm going to be doing this later on, by the way. Getting pictures of cameras, I'm going to be drawing pictures of camera. Look at the thing you want, the physical thing. I was on the way to open mic, and I remember I used to feel insecure and like all anxious and things like that. I've done as a draw to picture, right? Again, like I've done before to do these videos, I've done it. For the open mic I was going to. Hosting the open mic, and I think it was one of my first times, I can't remember, it was that long ago. But anyway, I drew the picture, right, of me standing there, again with a little skirt on and all that, and a little matchstick man. And then I drew the picture of a woman standing there, and I drawed a speech bubble saying, well done, right? So we've done that. I drew a few audience standing there clapping. So we've done that. I went to the open mic. On the way out of the open mic event, I was walking out the door with the equipment, and there's a woman standing there by the door, and just as I turned like that and walked away, she went, "Hi, hello, well done," she said to me. She had that was, I was like, I went, what? So I got the picture. I think I showed my mum or Demi, I can't remember. I was like that, looking at it again when I got in, and I was thinking, that is so weird. And it manifested. So I've got an app, right, that I use, and still use it now. I was using it before to cross things out. I'll write things in and I'll draw lines through it, right, like I was saying to people to do on paper and things. But there's an app. It's a drawing app, but you can use it for the things I do. So I got an app called Pick Collage, right. I was going to get the Mercedes, right, the Mercedes that I've had in the past. So I went down, looked at the Mercedes and everything like that, as you do, and then I went in, and I remember looking at the Mercedes and thinking, Mercedes A-class. It was just, you can't, for me in that situation back then, I was like, wow. I remember thinking, no, I didn't know how I got it, to be honest with you, because I remember thinking, imagine that. Then you look at something and you think, wow. And I was like, wow. And then I went in after looking at it and discussed it with the fella and things like that. And through things he was saying, I started thinking, oh my God, there's a chance I could get this here. So we discussed it all and things like that. So long story short, basically when the car was ready for me to pick it up, because I did go through the process and I got accepted, and I was like, how has that even happened? I got a photograph of the actual car off the internet, the actual car with the registration on it that I was getting, right, the actual one, and I put it into the Pick Collage app. and because you can add speech bubbles and writing and things like that. So put it like a, I think it was a speech bubble or something like that. And on it, I wrote, yeah, that was it, a speech bubble. So I was visualising the fella ringing me up and saying, your car's ready. So I put a speech bubble on it, and I wrote on it, your car is ready. And I put that on the picture, screenshotted it in my phone, and I was looking at it. But I wanted the car that day. I thought, I can't wait anymore. This is doing my head in, because he kept saying, it'll be ready. Do you know, like that over the days, it'll be ready. So I thought, right, I'm taking control of this. It's on my picture, screenshot it, added it on my phone, was looking at it. Shows all late. I said, look at that, keep looking at that, picture it in your head, right? It's happening, it's on its way, we're getting it today. And then 1 o'clock that day, the fella phoned me up and was like, your car is ready. I was like, oh my God. I also visualised getting the Mercedes. I remember looking at it thinking, wouldn't that be amazing? And then just thinking about it. So I made that happen. Right, so that's quite a big thing I visualise, right? So I'm going to go from big now to something really like small, and something is an example, right, of what you can do. I'm scared to even say things, you know, because it does come into your life when as you're saying them. I'm putting my old speaker, right, my old speaker, I've got my equipment there, it's all working, it's all fine, and it's going to stay that way, right? Do you know what I mean? It's fantastic, my equipment is fabulous. But my old speaker, right, say my old speaker in my old past life, right? So say I'm my old speaker, right, and that was broke, right? And I needed to get a new speaker for tomorrow for the gig, right? So I needed that speaker, and I was visualising it that much, and I was thinking about it that much. If I've got the speaker tomorrow, well, that's it, I'm not going to get the gig. And you're desperate, it's not going to happen. It won't happen, 100%, because you know why? You start doubting it, because you need it so much, you start to doubt it. So I'm going to go on to now what I was leading up to. So one day, right, one morning I was lying in bed, and like, you know when the bin men are coming, and you think, I've got a picture of this actually on my Law of Attraction page. I put a picture of it on there with the, anyway, yeah, if you have a look, you see some grass, that's where the situation was. So I was in bed and I was lying there thinking, you know, you wake up and you hear, the bin men. I thought, oh my God, no. But then I remember thinking, the bin's only half empty, so I'm not too bothered. I thought, I know, I'm going to visualise that bin getting emptied, right? A guy taking the bin and emptying it. And in my head I was repeating, my bin is empty, my bin is empty, my bin is empty. My bin is empty. I was repeating it. I come down the stairs, and after they'd gone, and I looked and he'd emptied it. There was another time right after that where I had my bin bags. I had bin bags, right, because I'd missed it the week before. Now you missed the bin, and you're like, you've got to catch up for months, haven't you? So my bin was full this time, right, and I had loads of bin bags, and I thought, I'm going to put my bin out, right, and I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the bin bags out next to the bin to see if I can manifest them getting taken. And we all know what the council are like. They say if your bin's over full, they're not going to empty it, don't they? So in my head I thought, I probably was thinking it, but in my head I was thinking it's going to happen, because it's not, you know, because I weren't too bothered if it did or it didn't, right? I wasn't bothered. If the bin bags were still there when I got home, it wouldn't have made a massive difference. So I would just visualise it and then I let it go. Do you know what I mean? But if you start thinking, planning, all that, that's where you push it away. So in my head, I was coming out in the morning. I thought, right, there's the bin, full to the brim. There's my bin bags, 3 or 4 bin bags, right? And I put them by the bin. And I think I took a picture of it, and then went out. And I told Ardemi about it. And we were laughing. I said to Ardemi, no, we're not done it yet. I said, I've manifested my bin's getting taken, because the bin's full. And I've got 4 bin bags, and I was telling about it every week. Like, these bins are just, no, I can't get rid of them. And I said, so imagine if they get taken. And then I came back later on. The bin was empty, and the bin bags had been taken. I might seem making a big thing out of this, but it's just an example of what you can do when you visualise, but you're not so like desperate for it to happen. Because I was not bothered about them bin bags going or not. They went. Do you know what I mean? So if you get your head around what I'm trying to explain, it'll make sense to you why I'm just talking about these. Here's another example, right? One time, right, I put it, this is also on my page. If you look down, you will see it where I've screenshotted the calendar with the speaker thing in it. So I was visualising speakers, right? Thinking to myself, right, I need speakers, but I don't know which ones to buy. I had the money, wasn't an issue, but I was sick of buying things. I used to buy things and think that's not suitable, and then I'd put it in the cupboard, and I'd buy something else, put it on the cupboard, and the speakers now, the perfect ones, that I've got them now, and then that's it, you know what I mean? So I put that in my calendar, and I was visualising it, all this and that. And then I sent out a few messages to a few people. I'm looking for speakers. I'm looking for speakers that I can use, that I'm not going to have to buy something else. And I got a message off my friend Anna, and she was saying, there's a woman there selling speakers if you're interested. So I went down with my mum to look at the speakers, and when I got there, the speakers were huge. I thought, oh my God, it's happening again. So we're looking at them thinking she'll get them or what. Then while I was in there, Anna had said to me and all about a microphone. So at the time, I was trying to find a professional microphone, right, cordless. So when I went and see the speakers, I thought, no, they're not good, that's not good. But the microphone I got on the other hand was better than any other microphone I would have been able to get at the time. So I didn't get the speakers that day, but on the back of that, I got something better. So sometimes the things you visualise, they're not going. I'm not saying it's not going to come in, because I will explain more about that in a minute. But in that situation on that day, I didn't get the speakers I wanted, but I got a microphone, right? And then a few weeks later, I was still looking for my speakers, weren't I? So I was looking on the internet for speakers, Dawson's, Amazon, everywhere, and I noticed on Dawson's these speakers were on special offer, and full price. I think they would have been £200 each, I think it was. And they were on offer, £100 each. I thought, right, let's go, that's meant to be. So I visualised the speakers, but they didn't come on that day, but they come later on. So I'm saying, so when you visualise things and it doesn't come there and then, don't go, oh, this doesn't work, because then you're going to block it. Think to yourself, it's fine, it's just not coming just yet. It's on its way, it's on the conveyor. But their form of manifesting. Back years ago, I used to do youth work. I wanted to work with kids who were leaving care. Then being a social worker is the way to go. That's how I'm going to get to do what I wanted to do. As the college ends its course, I had previously, weeks before, applied for a job in the resource centre. The job in the resource centre, right, I applied for was just basically 9 to 5, perfect hours for the kids being in school, right? And from the resource, I went on to working on agencies. So it's bizarre. Think about me first goal, working with kids in care. I was doing youth work. It was youth work, all the random jobs I'd done, hairdressing and all that. And then I went to college, and then I fell into the resource job, which was perfect because I loved it, right? Loved it. Done that 5 years, and then left because it just come to the end of the line. Thought, this is just not happening no more. Left it, went on the agencies, right? And then on the agencies, through the process, I just started doing different shifts. And then, do you know my first shift? I was like, if I would have known it'd been this easy to get into working with the kids I wanted to work with, I wouldn't have even thought about going to social work. It's an example of how things have manifested without me even realising it. It gave me permission to stop thinking negative. And I will see you next week. Oh my God, next week is Law of Attraction. This is the grand finale. I'm going to go and just look forward to everything that's on its way to me. Thank you, universe. I am positive. I am aligned. I am aligned. See you next week. Looking forward to it.